Assalamualaikum and hi to our beloved lecturer. So today we were gonna present to you about 2021 Best Employers in Malaysia. So the best employers that we decided to choose is Intel. Without wasting the time, let me introduce ourselves first. My name is Muhammad Daniel Belatfi and my matrix card number is 17SK19F1045.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. I am Syarul Al-Rashid bin Muhammad Sharif. My matric number is 17SK19F1025.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Muhammad Aiman bin Wan Jamaluddin. My matrix number is 17DSK19F1075.
So this is the thing that we will present. Introduction, company background, remuneration package, action after union, and lastly conclusion. So let's go first to the introduction. Okay. Intel was founded in July 1968 by American engineers Robert Noyce and Gordon Moore. Unlike the accredited Silicon Valley startup business with its fabled origin in a youthful founder garage, Intel opened indoor with $2.5 million in funding arranged by Arthur Rock, the American financier who coined the term venture capitalized. If you look down to the bottom of your keyboard, if you have a Lenovo, HP or Dell laptop, and you will most likely see Intel blue sticker. Intel Malaysia has offices in Kedah and Penang and is involved in design, production, information technology, finance, marketing and sales. Employers work on microprocessor chipset and other computing devices that the company develops. The fact that Intel Malaysia openly displays its employers' bonuses and rewards may be one factor that attracts graduates to work here. One that caught my attention was their stock perk, in which employers at all levels are given restricted stock units, which may be converted into stock that can be bought and sold in the open market. Employer stock purchases plan allow eligible employers to buy Intel stock at a discount twice a year. So for the company background, diodes, transistor and other semiconductor devices are manufactured by Intel Technology Sdn Bhd. More than 8,500 people are employed by the company, which operates out of 3 sites. Intel Kulim, which assemble processor packaging and is a significant operation center for mobile modules, and Intel Kuala Lumpur, which includes a multimedia super corridor development center as well as a sales and marketing offices, are all essential assembly and testing sites. The Prime Minister Quality Award given to public and commercial enterprises that implement outstanding total quality management system and contribute significantly to the country economies and community was given to Intel Technology Sdn Bhd. The firm was founded in 1977 and is headquartered in Bayan Lepas. As I said before, headquarters was at Bayan Lepas, so this is the address of headquarters in Malaysia. Headquarters Intel PJ8 Bayan Lepas Free Industrial Zone Phase 3 halaman Kampung Jawa 11900 Bayan Lepas Pulau Pinang, Bayan Lepas Pinang Postal Code 11900. As I said before, this is the Intel founder. Gordon Moore, born on January 3, 1929, is an American business engineer and a co-founder and the chairman emeritus of Intel Corporation. He is also the author of Moore's Law. So for the mission and vision Intel is, Intel Corporation mission statement is utilize the power of Moore's Law to bring smart connected devices to every person on earth. This corporate mission clearly showed what the company intends to do strategically, grow and to capture the global market. The following are the main characteristics of Intel mission statement. Number 1, power of Moore's Law. Number 2, smart connected devices. And number 3 is every person on earth. The first characteristic of the corporate mission statement defines part of Intel's strategy based on Moore's Law, which states that the transition transistor count in integrated circuit chips double every 1 to 2 years. This feature of the mission statement is a straightforward strategic guide for the product development. On the other hand, the second characteristic of Intel corporate mission echoes the vision statement in determined organization output. However, the mission statement is more specific in including devices in this feature. Moreover, the target market is included in Intel mission statement as specified in third characteristic. For example, based on every person on Earth, the company targets the global market for semiconductor, microprocessor, and related computing technologies. Intel Corporation vision statement is, if it is smart connected, it is best with Intel. This corporate vision is a general description of what the company does. The following are the main characteristics of the company vision statement. Number 1, smart and connected. Number 2, best with Intel. The first characteristic of the corporate vision describes Intel organization output. For example, smart and connected products include mobile computing devices that use the company processor. This feature of the vision statement defines the kind of product that Intel aims to provide to its target market. The second characteristic of the corporate vision statement highlights the capability of the company. The phrase best with Intel means that the company sees itself as the most qualified and capable of providing smart and connected product. So this is the career opportunities that you need to try. First is design and development. Being the leading site in design and development across Southeast Asia, combined with a variety of product design and business group, can lead to endless career or opportunities. Second is manufacturing. They have 5 types of manufacturing: test process and equipment, NPI integration, manufacturing technical supervisor, failure analysis, and lastly, manufacturing system engineer. So if you want to try manufacturing, you need to choose what type of manufacturing you want to try. Third is IT. You will participate in resolving customer issues and identifying and implementing system administration, process improvement, including automation. Number 4 is sales and marketing. Intel's Sales and Marketing Group SMG work with global customer and partner to solve critical business problem with Intel-based technology solution. And lastly is finance. Your work will have an important influence in driving Intel profitable growth. In your assignment, you will perform financial and operational audits to enhance internal control and process improvement. You may also consult on and provide leadership in capital investment, cost reduction, and expense control. So this is Intel achievement that I have researched in Intel 2020 Supplier Continuously Quality Improvement Awards on March 30, 2021. Number 2, Intel recognized for workplace equality and inclusion, January 28, 2021. Intel named one of WSG Management Top 250, December 14, 2020. And lastly, Intel named one of America's most just companies on October 14, 2020. So I will pass to the next presenter. Shahrul Ar-Rashid will present about Remuneration Package by Intel Malaysia.
Thank you, Daniel. Alright, next I will continue the presentation to explain more about the remuneration regarding what is remuneration and the remuneration package offered by Intel Malaysia. Next slide, please. Firstly, what is remuneration? The term remuneration is referred to the total compensation received by an employee for performing a job. It includes not only base salary, but any bonuses, commission payment, overtime pay, or other financial benefits that an employee receives from an employer. At the executive level, remuneration could include options like combination of salary, stock shares, bonuses, expense accounts, and other form of financial compensation. These are generally detailed in an employment contract. For employees in service jobs, tips are considered part of remuneration. Next slide, please. Alright, next we move to remuneration package offered by Intel Malaysia. Intel can be classified as a gigantic multinational company ever known around the globe. So, the remuneration package available that have been offered by Intel Malaysia is quite beneficial for their employee. It is divided into several parts, which is pay and recognition, benefits and services in terms of health and time off, learning and career, and lastly, life and community. Next slide, please. So without wasting more time, let's move to the first benefits, which is pay and recognition. Next slide, please. First of all, base pay. Base pay is the foundation of the compensation package and align it very closely to an individual's skills, scope, contributions, and results. Next, annual and quarterly bonuses. Intel is unique consistently rewarding eligible employees through two bonus programs, which is annually and quarterly. It was based on company performance and profitability. While for stock programs, Intel offer eligible employees at all levels in more than 50 participating countries the opportunity to share in Intel's future growth. Typically, Intel grant restricted stock units each year, which vest periodically and convert into stock that can be held or sold. Next slide, please. Furthermore, for financial wellness, Intel helps employees become retirement ready through contribution to the Employee Provident Fund, topping up the employee contribution by an additional 2%. For corporate recognitions, Intel reinforce culture and values through Intel Quality Awards, Intel Achievement Awards, and Division Recognition Award. In addition, for real-time recognition, Intel provides opportunities for real-time recognition. In addition to your annual pay review, peer recognition or special recognition are all examples of rewards available throughout the year. Next slide, please. Next is remuneration package for benefits and service. It divided in terms of health and time off. First is for health. Next slide. Health benefits for the whole family. Intel employees, spouses, and children are eligible for health benefits. Number 1, medical. Intel offers hospitalization and outpatient coverage for our employees and their families. Number 2, vision and rental. In addition to outpatient coverage, each employee is eligible for vision and dental subsidies every year. Number 3, wellness. Stay healthy with easy and free access to health checks, health risk assessment, wellness coaching, on-site fitness centers, and clinics. Next slide, please. Number 4, vaccination. As part of Intel's preventive approach to health and wellness, we offer all employees flu vaccination before the flu season each year. Number 5, maternity care. Through our health insurance plans, we cover Intel's cover maternity expenses for their employees or their spouse from pre to postnatal care. And number 6, life and accident insurance. Every employee in Intel is provided with coverage up to 36 months of their monthly base pay. Next slide, please. Next, for benefits and services in terms of Intel offers vacation and holidays. Intel offers regular vacation time for employees to refresh and recharge. Employees receive up to 20 days of annual leave as an extra vacation boost. Other than that, Intel offers medical leave. Intel provided short-term medical leave and various options for long-term medical leave for employees to take care of themselves when the need arises. In addition, Intel offers maternity and paternity leave. Intel provided 90 days of paternity leave and 3 days of paternity leave. Additionally, there is reserved parking for expectant mother and dedicated nursing rooms at most Intel sites. Next slide, please. Benefit and services in terms of health. Next slide. Next is learning and career. Fulfilling and exciting career development. At Intel, curiosity drives to change the world. Intel employees feed that curiosity by expanding their skill set, strengthening their leadership abilities, and reaching for their personal best. Next slide, please. The first one is tuition assistance. By taking advantage of financial assistance for job-related degrees, employees can build knowledge through advanced degree programs. Number 2 is lifelong learning. Intel offer immersive classroom and online learning resources that help employees keep skills up to date and on the cutting edge, so employees can advance their own careers. Number 3 is relocation services. Every year, Intel relocation moves thousands of employees and their families all over the world. Intel have a team of dedicated professionals who make the transition to a new location as smooth as possible. Next slide. Next benefit offered by Intel is based in terms of life and community. This is divided into two categories, which is lifestyle and a great place to work. A lifestyle is about good for employees and families, whether starting a family or helping parents in their later years. Intel provide employees flexibility and support throughout the years. A great place to work. Intel employees go above and beyond. Intel offer a number of services and programs that truly make Intel a great place to work. Next slide, please. The benefits offered by Intel in terms of life and community in bracket lifestyles. The first one is children's education. Intel believe in helping their employees, children to prepare for a solid future. Therefore, Intel offers scholarship opportunities for tertiary education. In addition, loan interest subsidies. Intel offer eligible employees assistance in reducing their loan interest on their vehicle and home purchase. Furthermore, flexibility. Programs like telecommuting, part-time employment, and alternate start time provide flexibility so that employees and their manager can manage special circumstances and needs. Next slide. Next benefit is about life and community in bracket a great place to work. The first one is convenience within reach. Experience all of the amazing services that help you as an employee get more done in less time while at the office. For example, on-campus health clinics, fully equipped gyms, convenience stores, fitness classes, sport facilities, healthy meals and others, and accessible workplace. Intel designed their office space and facilities to be safe and accessible for their employees to work within the skill. Next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, baik. Life and community, extras and giving back. Next slide. Extra benefit offered by Intel, getting out and having fun. Intel want their employees to feel appreciated inside and outside Intel through exclusive discounts and experiences. Intel employees enjoy many extras, including exclusive employee discount, peer-to-peer recognition program to say thank you in a tangible way, fun at work activities and hobby clubs, campus and business group events and activities. Next slide. The other one is giving back, doing good together. Globally, Intel employees donate over 6 million hours of service over the past 5 years to tackle a variety of community needs. Employees love giving back to the community, and Intel loves doubling down on employees' contribution. Here are just few examples. Number 1, donation matching and emergency relief fund. Number 2, Intel involved volunteer program. Number 3, Intel Employee Service Corps. And that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter, Wan Muhammad. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharul. Now I will explain about action of trade union. So before we go further with the action, I will explain to you briefly what is trade union. So next slide, please. Thank you. Right. Trade union can be defined as an organization made up of members, and its membership must be made up mainly of workers. One of a trade union's main aims is to protect and advance the interests of its members in the workplace. Most trade unions are independent of any employer. However, trade unions try to develop close working relationship with employers. This can sometimes take the form of partnership agreement between the employer and the trade union, which identifies their common interests and objective. Right, next slide. Right, as you may know, there are three types of trade union. So the first type of trade union is public sector, second, private sector, and last, employers trade union. So with the first types of trade unions, which is public sector trade unions, the example is CUPACs, CEUPACS. The public sector consists of the civil service, the statutory bodies, and the local authorities, Congress of Unions of Employees in the Public and Civil Service. CUPACS is a Federation of Trade Union of Government Workers, and it serves as the spokesman for the public services workers and was first registered in 1959. The second type of trade unions is private sector. So the example is Malaysian Employers Federation, MEF. So MEF is the central organization of private sector employers in Malaysia, recognized nationally, regionally, and internationally. So it's established in 1959. MEF promotes and safeguards the rights and interests of employers. So the last type is employers trade union. So employers also form unions, not only public sector and private sector. For the example, MCBA, Malayan Commercial Banks Association, MCBA. So employers organization seeks to coordinate the behavior of their member companies during negotiations with trade unions or government bodies. Next slide. All right, now I will explain about the benefits of joining trade union. So as you can see on the slide, there are 5 benefits of joining trade union. So the first benefit is better wages and benefits. So it's proven that workers who are trade union members earn more than non-unionized workers. Trade unions use their collective muscle to bargain for better salaries, pensions, holidays, health insurance, sick pay, overtime, and more. Trade unions hammer out negotiations with the management to get the best possible deal for employees. So for the second benefits is personal protection. So unions have got your back. Not only they can tell you your rights, they will defend your rights. If your employer treats you unfairly, you can rely on support and expert representations. A trade union rep is a trust person to turn to when you're unhappy at work or management is behaving badly. And as the workplace is transformed by automations and robotics, trade unions are demanding training, lifelong learning, and social protection for workers to transition to the new world of work. Third benefits is equality. So trade unions champion equal rights and equal pay. They fight discrimination against race, gender, sexual orientations, and disability. They foster respect and dignity in the workplace. Trade unions promote maternity rights, flexible working, and paternity pay so that caring responsibility are shared. The fourth benefits is health and safety. So unionized workplaces are safer. That's because trade unions won't let workers put their lives at risk to meet production targets or save the company money. The only people with the moral authority to assess the risk are those who face the risk. Last benefits is solidarity. Trade unions have an incredible network that spans the world. Global trade unions like Industrial, which counts over 600 trade unions of affiliates in 140 countries, can use their membership of millions to command the attention of the very biggest corporation. Global unions can raise a serious issues that is getting ignored at the plant or office level with the top management of multinational company. Next slide. So now we move on to the back remuneration package. So do you know what kind of back remuneration package? So actually it have a lot of back remuneration package, but I just explain the general. So the first one is high work intensity or risk, but no EPF or social contribution or no insurance coverage. Second, worker performance is good every year, but there is no award or reward for appreciation of all workers or for performed workers. Third, there is no right to maternity leave waiver for female employees. Last but not least, sales increase due to effective employee marketing department methods, but no extra bonus or extra commissions is taken into account from each sales. Next slide. So now we move on to the action can be taken of trade unions. So one of the action or can be taken of trade unions is grievance procedure. So the definition of grievance is objections or a rights dispute in which the parties disagree during the life of the contract about the meaning, interpretations, or application of the contracts And once the party have negotiated the contract, they need to administer the contract. So the parties might disagree on what the contract requires in particular case. So the procedures spelled out in the contract for how grievances are to be resolved. The parties can negotiate and include clauses in the contract that specify how grievances are to be resolved during the life of the contract. So as you can see on the slide, there are 5 steps or example of a grievance procedure. So the first step is reports their grievance to the union's stewards. So employee reports the grievance to the union steward, who meets with the employee's supervisor to try to resolve the grievance. So, and then the second step is grievance is written down and held a meeting. If no resolution in 3 working days at step 1, next the grievance is written down and a meeting occurs with the employee, the union steward, the chief union steward, and the employee's supervisor and the supervisor's manager. Grievance report should be report in 5 days after lead occurs. Supervisor should respond in 7 working days. So next, step 3, workers should write to manager. So if no resolution at step 2, next is a meeting of everyone from step 2 plus the local union president. Someone from the company's HR, human resource department, and someone from local top management. If in 3 working days, grievance still occurs, workers should write to managers or top management and send it to the unions. So step 4, representative from the national unions and from corporate top management. So if no resolution in 6 working days at step 3, next is a meeting of everyone from step 3 plus representative from the national union and from corporate top management. So the last step is the grievance arbitrations, which would involve Ministry of Human Resource. So if no resolution at step 4 as well, last step is grievance arbitrations, which would involve Ministry of Human Resource. Will respond in 7 working days. So not all grievance can be resolved. If it's not being solved, try to solve with mediation or arbitrations. The best is to ensure there will be no grievance among workers by focus on their needs and facilities, as the workers should be easily unable to see and or meet their supervisor, manager, or top management. So to conclude, the action can be taken of trade union. It can be observed that the worker in Malaysia is free to form and join a trade union. However, the existing provisions require amendments and improvements in dealing with the issues raised in the said discussions. So I think that's all from me. I will pass to Daniel to conclude our presentation. Thank you.
So for the conclusion is employer work on microprocessor, chipsets and other computing devices that the company develops. The fact that Intel Malaysia openly displays its employer bonuses and rewards may be one factor that attract graduates to work here. One that caught my attention was their stock perks, in which employees at all levels are given restricted stock unit, which may be converted into stock that can be bought and sold on the open market. Employer stock purchase plan allow eligible employer to buy Intel stock at a discount twice a year. Intel employer fits that curiosity by expanding their skill set, strengthening their leadership abilities, and reaching for their personal best. So that's all from me. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.